What's up, losers? So today's video I'll be talking about something really personal to me, in hope I could help someone in the same situation that I've been through. So yeah, I'll be talking about my mental health, how I realised I needed help and all that stuff. So to start off the video, I have some definitions on my phone of what depression and anxiety is. So the first definition because I found two definitions which I found really good. The first definition of depression is depression has been linked to other mental illnesses such as anxiety disorder, panic disorder, social phobia, and generalized anxiety disorder. Together, these conditions affect millions of Americans. So this has come from an American site. Fortunately, these disorders can be are treatable, and those affected can lead normal, productive lives. So what's that saying is, even though you got depression, it's not going to stop you leading a good life, doing stuff that you want to do. And another definition is depression is a common mental disorder that causes people to experience depressed moods, loss of interest or pleasure, feelings of guilt or low self-worth, disturbed sleep or appetite, low energy and poor concentration. Depression is different from feeling down or sad. So, with depression, feeling down or sad, you can feel down or sad for like an hour, but depression, it will come like weeks, months. You can feel like really sad, really down for a whole year. Anxiety, I found two really good definitions for that as well. Anxiety disorders are a group of mental disorders characterized by feeling of anxiety and fear. Anxiety is a worry about future events, and fear is a reaction of current events. These feelings can cause physical symptoms such as fast heart rate and shakiness. That saying is, everyone gets anxious from time to time. When your exams are coming along, you can feel really anxious if you're going to do well or not. You can feel really anxious if you're going to pass. And current events is if something's not going to go right or something. Anxiety is a general term for several disorders that cause nervousness, fear, apprehension and worrying. These disorders affect how we feel and behave and can cause physical symptoms. So I've got some symptoms as well that you can get alongside with it. Some people may get these symptoms but others can't. I'll tell, as I read them, I'll say if I have these symptoms or not. So these are the symptoms of depression: difficulty concentrating, remembering details and making decisions. Yeah, I have difficulty concentrating now that I'm in college. I can't, when I'm doing coursework, I can't sit there hours on end doing coursework. I have to get up, wander around and all that stuff. And making decisions, if my mates want to say, oh, we want to go out, I'll be like, yeah, let's go out. And then I'll be like, nah, I don't actually want to go out. So if you get my flow. Fatigue or decreased energy. I don't have that. I have over energy. I have too much energy, if you understand. Feeling of guilt, worthlessness or helplessness. I sometimes get that. If I have an argument with someone, I feel guilty for ages. So yeah. Insomnia, early morning wakefulness or excessive sleeping. So I suffer from insomnia, so I have problems going to sleep and staying asleep. And sometimes I'll wake up at stupid o'clock in the morning. Like today, I woke up at 5 a.m. and yesterday I woke up at 2 and then I woke up at 7. And then some days I'll just oversleep. But Wednesday I actually fell asleep at 5:30 and then woke up at 7:30. Irritable restlessness. I get irritated really easily. Like if someone starts touching me, I get really like, I'll close up and I'll end up like snapping or something. Or if something's not going my way, I can, without realising, I can have a go at someone. Loss of interest in activities or hobbies once pleasurable. Over the years, I've always played football, but I have lost interest in football. I don't really play it as much. If there's a match at college, I don't really want to play in the match. I'm slowly losing a lot interest in music. Like I've got a guitar, I hardly ever play anymore. I'm slowly losing interest in art. Like for Christmas my mum bought me some pencils and a notepad, like a sketch pad. It's empty still because I haven't really felt that I wanted to draw or something. I've also lost interest in exercise. Like last year I went to the gym every Thursday, and now I just don't want to go to the gym. Overeating or appetite loss. Some days I'll get I'll eat and eat and eat till I make myself bad, but then most of the time I don't feel hungry. Like I lose my appetite a lot. That's probably why I'm so skinny. I'm supposed to take a packed lunch to college. I take crisps and chocolate. I don't really want to take sandwiches. And when mum and dad cook, I eat a bit and then I'm not hungry anymore. Persistent aches or pains, headaches, cramping and digestive problems that do not get better even with treatment. I get headaches a lot, but that's linked to another medical condition. I've got low blood pressure, but I get persistent aches and pains in my legs and in my shoulders. We don't understand, we can't work out why I get aches and pains in my legs, but the aches and pains in my shoulders I put down to when I broke my shoulders. Persistent sad, anxious or empty feelings. Some days I do feel like I'm just a shell that no one actually understands. Like I'm there but I'm not there. And I get sad a lot. Thoughts of suicide attempts. I do have thoughts of suicide, like the world would be better. The world will be better if I weren't there. My friends would be happier if I weren't around. Because I feel like I'm a burden on them. Because some days at college, I just sit there and when people talk to me, I just ignore them, which I don't actually mean to. I just have these thoughts racing around my head. I haven't attempted suicide because I'm actually scared of death. So that means with suicide you try and kill yourself if you don't know what suicide is. But I can plan how I want to kill myself, but I don't want to kill myself because I'm actually scared of dying, and I'm scared of what I'm leaving behind because I know out there's people that actually love and care about me. So that's the symptoms of depression. The symptoms of anxiety are 1 second while my phone loads. There's 4. Sorry, I'm ill, as you probably tell. There's 4 different anxiety disorders. Anxiety disorder is an umbrella term that includes different conditions. There's panic disorder, where you feel terror that strikes at random. During a panic attack, you may also sweat, have chest pains, and feel palpitations. That's where unusual, strong, or irregular heartbeats. Sometimes you feel like you're choking or having a heart attack. Social anxiety disorder, also called social phobia. This is when you feel overwhelmed, worried, or self-conscious about everyday social situations. You fixate about others judging you or being embarrassed or ridiculed. I don't know what that word is. Let's just say ridiculous. I can't say this word. Specific phobias. Yeah, I can't say this word, so please don't judge. You feel intense fear of let's not say this word. Object or situation such as heights or flying. The fear goes beyond what appropriate and may cause you to avoid ordinary situations. Generalized anxiety disorder. You feel excessive, unrealistic worry or tension with little or no reason. I come under 2. I have generalized anxiety disorder, and I also have social anxiety disorder. So I don't really like big groups, big crowds. I don't like going out in public that much because I always worry about what people think of me and all that. Because I have short hair, I wear shirts, I wear jeans, and I always feel like people are judging me. The symptoms of anxiety is panic, fear, or uneasy. Sleep problems, which is also linked to depression. So anxiety and depression are linked. Not being able to stay calm or still. I wiggle a lot. I shake my leg. I look around. I twizzle my thumbs, or I'll tap on the table. Cold, sweaty, numb, or tingling hands or feet. I get sweaty palms a lot, which is pretty disgusting. Because I'll touch them and they're wet, and it's like no, so I have to go wash my hands. Shortness of breath. I sometimes get that, but I put that down to too much exercise. Heart palpitations. Coming to think of it, I do have that a lot, but the doctor said that was due to my low blood pressure. Dry mouth. I don't really get that because I drink a lot, and I don't feel that. Nausea. I get sick a lot, but I put that down to me not eating right and that. Tense muscles. I tense a lot, so if you see me out in public, you'll see me normal, and then you'll see me huddled, closed in. I'll be sitting like this when my biceps are tensed, and dizziness. I get that when I know I'm gonna have a panic attack. No one knows what causes depression or anxiety. They're trying to work out why it's caused and why it happens. The relationship between depression and anxiety. Come on, phone, load. The relationship is they often go hand in hand. Anxiety and depression are considered the most fraternal twins of mood disorders. Believed to be caused by a part of the malfunction of brain chemistry. Generalized anxiety is not the normal apprehension one feels before taking a test. Blah blah blah. So they are linked because they have similar symptoms, but so they go hand in hand. If you got depression, there's 50% chance you've got anxiety as well. So I've been battling this problem since I was about 13, but the doctors don't like to admit that you got depression at a young age. I put this down to being bullied since the age of 9, because I was always been popular all through primary school, and then when I moved, it just like put my mood down, because I was the new kid in school. I was weird. I came from like this small town that no one actually likes, so I got bullied for that. And then when I was 13, when I went up to high school, I was like year 9, the bullying got worse because I'd like to hang around with the boys. I always thought myself as one of the boys, because I didn't like hanging around with girls. So Mum took me to the doctors because I was feeling like really like horrible about myself all the time. And they were like, oh, she's got depression, but we can't medicate her till she's 18. So I just put it at the back of my mind and just thought myself normal. And then I forgot about it. And then when I turned 15, I came out to my school as gay, which was a lot of backlash on myself because I got picked on a lot for it. So this was at the end of year 10. So I was about 14, 15. And then all through year 11 I got picked on bad, so that made my mood go worse. So I kept going back and forth to the doctors, and they were like, oh, it's nothing, it's all in your head, because they didn't look at my medical history. So that made everything worse. And then last year my mood plummeted. I wanted to kill myself, but as I said earlier, I was scared of death. So I went to the doctors. I was constantly at the doctors, but they all put it down to other things that's going on in my life. They put it down to my immune system and all that stuff. And then this year, in November, I believe, I went back to the doctors and asked for answers why I was feeling like this and why, like, because it got to the point where I was self-harming, and where I just wanted to like relieve the pressure a lot. So because I lost my appetite, they thought it was down to my immune system, and so I went for blood works, and they all came back clear, so they were still like baffled about it. And I've been doing counselling since September with my college counsellor. She is amazing, but I feel like I can't tell her some stuff because we have that personal relationship, because she's known me since last year. We even went to Italy together as part of a college project. So I feel like if I say something to her, she'll get really disappointed in me. And then I requested to see Centre 33, which, if you're not in England, it's a youth counselling group, which they've referred me to Chums, which because the government has cut their budget, and I'm now on both of their waiting lists. I'm also with CPFT, which is Cambridge Peterborough something. I don't remember the name. They're doing cognitive behavioural therapy. So that's working out how I can overcome like these things. That was back in, I had my initial assessment at the start of this month, and that's starting in January for 6 weeks. So I'm getting help, but I went back to the doctor's Wednesday because over the Christmas period, like Christmas Eve, that time, I was feeling proper down. I just wanted to disappear. So I went to see the doctors, and I requested to see one doctor because she's helped me a lot through my years of being where I am. Like, she helped me get an operation that I've needed since I was 3, but apparently I was too young. And she put me on Samaritans. Yeah, you won't be able to see that because my camera's too bright for some reason. This is 50 milligrams, which is the lowest they can give me. But if they don't think it's helping, they can put me up to 100, which is 2 tablets a day. I'm supposed to take them once a day with breakfast, but I take them at night because they help me sleep, because they cause drowsiness and that. Cause, like last night I took one at 7, and by 7:30 I was asleep. They don't like giving under 18s medication because our brains aren't fully developed. But if that's the only option, then they have to do it. I'm gonna carry on with counselling. I'm doing this therapy. I'm gonna see how it all goes, and yeah, I've noticed since I've been taking the medication, I've started feeling better about myself. I don't have lots of mood swings, and overall I'm just a normal kid. Things do get worse before it gets better, so I will get worse before I get better. Sorry, I say a lot. There's some days, like yesterday, I didn't want to get out of bed because I was scared of what everyone was saying about me. I go back to college Wednesday, so I'm hoping people notice a difference in me, and I hope 2018 is a better year for me, and I get everything sorted. So sorry it's such a long video. I thought I just needed to share that with someone, because if you're going through the same problem as I am, this video should help you. So for now, later skaters.